I'm Marcus.
And I'm Kitty, and this is Dating Detours.
We've dated the red flags, dodged the ghosters, and yeah, maybe joked around about Polly.
And now we're talking to real people about what dating really looks like. The messy, the funny, and the surprisingly healing.
Modern love's a mess. Let's talk about it.
We're here today with Heidi Durst. This is Dating Detours podcast. And our guest here, Heidi, has apparently some stories to talk about. But first, before we get going, we're going to start with the all-important question. Heidi, age, sex, location?
So 38, Fredericksburg, Virginia.
And what's your current dating status? Single, divorced, widow?
I am divorced. I've been divorced for 8 years now. And so I'm out there dating, trying to find the one.
Oh, yeah. So you're out fishing in this ugly sea.
So you're really trying to find the one, or are you just kind of dating in hopes that the one finds you?
I'm definitely, now I'm dating with a purpose. I feel like after my divorce, I had my fun. So I'm really just trying to wade through the trash and find the person that, that's compatible with me. I just don't want to waste my time anymore because I feel like I've wasted a lot of time.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I met you back in the day, and I think you were coming out of your divorce.
Yes.
That was fresh. Out of your divorce, and then I've seen you on all the apps over the years. It's so funny to live in this small little town we live in because I'm like, I see everyone when they're on the dating app. I'm like, oh, there's so and so, there's so and so, and it's funny. And I'll see all of you guys like come and go. Like, it's especially with girls, it's weird because you guys jump on there and your inbox is like immediately flooded with 50 million dudes in your inbox.
Immediately.
Like, instant. Like, you go to the bathroom and come back and all your inboxes are full. Because I guess it's, I'm friends with a lot of girls and everybody's like, it's so overwhelming. I just delete all the apps every, 2 weeks. And then I'll get bored and turn them back on. So I'm like, yeah, you are a serial dater because I've seen you on all of them forever.
Absolutely, but here's the thing: you get flooded with all of these guys in your inbox, but so many of them are just looking for one thing.
Yeah,
it's like they're not
trash.
looking. They'll say in their profile looking for a relationship, but then they're
Second question: you want to come over and have sex with me today?
Immediately.
No, the code word is, hey, you want to come over and hang out?
Yeah, exactly. I've had guys that is the first date is at their house. And
Right.
Like, no.
Well, it's funny because I got my 22-year-old daughter, and she's still navigating her way on dating and stuff, and she's going back and forth. I probably shouldn't throw her under the bus too much. She's going back and forth, and she'll get on there, and we'll and I'm in the dating world, so we'll have those conversations, and she's like, yeah, these freaking dudes, man, they just want you to come over and hang out. And I'm like, yeah, no, we don't do that. I was
That's not what they want.
I was like, well, she's smart enough to know. She's like, no, they got to take me out. And I'm like, that's right. I was like, we don't go to people's houses on first dates. I was like, you make him take you to dinner, make you take you anywhere, just not to somebody's house.
Have a conversation. Get to know him first.
Right.
Let him get to know you. If he's really looking for a relationship, that's what he's going to want too.
Right.
Yeah, and I think I tend to be a little bit more old school with that, where I expect the guy to ask me out, and then, and that seems to be something that's dying. It is immediate. Let's just go to the house and hang out,
Right.
or
Netflix and chill right off the bat.
Exactly. Yeah, it's frustrating.
My thing as a dude on these dating apps is I'm old school too. Now, don't get it twisted. I've played online forever, AOL days. I met my baby mama in a Yahoo chat room, so I've been playing online. I've been playing these games forever. But for me, I don't want to sit there and go back and forth forever.
No, that's not true. That's not true. If I the very short period of time that I was on dating apps, if I had talked to someone and, in that 24 hours worth of conversation, it also depends too, because sometimes you get in your DMs and they're like, hey, beautiful. Hey, how are you?
Right.
Hours later.
Boring conversation.
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, hey, beautiful, how are you? And I'm
famous.
But then some will actually have a conversation with you, and meeting somebody out in public, absolutely, always a great rule, especially first time meeting them. But no, I wouldn't necessarily say they want to be your pen pal. It really depends on the conversation. If you guys kind of click in conversation and you have a nice long conversation, decide to meet at Carl's the next day or lunch.
Well, that's the thing. I'm trying to figure out how to navigate because there's those situations, especially lately. I don't know. I've been doing a lot of, my AI dating game is strong. Like, I joke all the time, like, now we're chat GP'd it up
So
with
wait,
you
so
guys.
you use ChatGPT to...
Yeah, dude.
Do you? Okay.
Why not? Why not?
He is South Parking it.
I don't know if I don't know how
Parking
I
it.
feel about that, because
He is Stan.
you're not getting your authentic self.
I am, though, because me and my chat GPT are really connected, and, like, it's personal.
Okay.
It is personal because I have programmed my chat GPT. It knows me. Her name's Gina, by the way. She knows me. She knows what I like and, like, all my things. And I'll literally be like, based on all the things you know about me and this person's profile, like, craft something cool up and let's get this thing started.
Yeah, until you meet her in person and you don't talk like that.
Yeah, but I'm fine in person. That's the problem. I'm more awkward online than I am in person. Like, you get me in person, I'm gonna talk your head off. Like, that's a
very true.
fact. Come on, we've all hung out. Like,
See, and
very
that's
true.
why I wish guys would just, or girls could just cut to the chase and not
Yes.
do the whole
Back and
talking
forth.
forever. Like, let's just
Yes.
meet. If we're attracted to him,
you'll know exactly, like,
Yeah.
within 20 minutes.
I'll tell you this. Right after my divorce, I got on a couple of dating apps. Met a guy, went out for dinner, had a conversation, just kind of got to know each other. And this is years ago, by the way, when I was actually on the dating app for more than a couple of days. And met a guy, went to dinner, kind of didn't mean to, but like he was running through town again the next night and caught up with me then. And then, had conversation, good time. And the next night he asked me to come over and he was going to make me dinner. And so I agreed. I talked to him a bit. I had his phone number. Like, I felt a little comfortable doing so. And I did. And one of the first questions I asked him when I came in, I said, okay, so what are you looking for?
Right, let's cut to the chase.
Cut to the chase.
Right.
What are you looking for? Like, would be our third date, basically.
Right,
Great conversation. Are you looking for something serious? You looking just to do this for a couple weeks and then ghost me? Like, whatever. So, yeah, I do think being very straightforward, cut to the chase.
Yeah, I like
I
it.
agree.
I like that. And you know what? You can ask me it online, too. Like, look, we can get that out of the way up front online, too, because we're all busy and we all got kids and we all got jobs and hobbies and all the things going on. So I would rather, like, have those, like, that interview online, because I don't want to take you out 3 times to find out that you got 3 crazy baby daddies that you're still banging every now and then, and like all the things, and you know what I mean. So
Sure.
it's just so much. It's so much. But anywho, let's talk about some of your most recent bad
Escapades.
dates. Yeah.
Well, I would say my most recently, I mean, they've not been great. My dates, they haven't really gone long term. I haven't had a long term relationship in a very long time.
I know. I follow. I've seen your little post.
I do want to like highlight, I think something that, and hate using the word traumatized, but this did traumatize me early on. After my divorce, like one of my first relationships that I was in, I met the guy on Tinder. He checked of course, I know. Well, I was brand new to dating.
Right.
So,
Where else do you go? Yeah.
I got married very young. I was 19 and divorced.
Famous stories around here.
And divorced by 30, so I felt like I had no idea what I was doing. So everyone talked about Tinder. So I went on Tinder. I met the guy, and he seemed to check all the boxes. We went out. He was, very polite, paid for dinner, did all the right things.
Okay.
We dated for 2 years. So this was a big deal for me. But there were so many red flags. Hindsight, looking back, I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? Now there's no way I would have.
Yeah. No way you'd even entertain it now.
He works for the government, so he traveled a lot.
Another one of those.
Yeah, overseas all the time. So,
Another work trip, babe.
Yeah.
Right. I'll be gone for a while.
So it was very sporadic when I did get to see him, but for some reason I kept it up. And I was picking the guy up from the airport, taking him home.
Wow.
Okay, so I can kind of see where that whole deal right there, like I can see where you accept that, because you're picking up from the airport.
Yeah.
Like he's
You're
on a work trip, you're
assuming-
picking up from the airport. I can totally see.
Right.
Okay.
I kind of get that, because you're like, well, everything should be good. I'm picking him up.
Yeah, I'm picking him up from the
So I
airport.
know, like, as soon as he gets home, he's
It's not
coming
like
to
he
me.
shows up on a Tuesday night. Hey, I'm back, babe.
Right. Been back for a whole week at his wife's house before he comes seeing you.
But here's the thing. I never went to his house in the 2 years.
See?
And that's why I look at myself, look back.
Yeah,
what was I
yeah.
thinking? His excuse was he lived in a small apartment. He had a roommate. He's embarrassed of his situation.
No.
So he just came to my house. He was overseas on, I guess, a deployment, you want to call it, because he was in the Middle East. And I should preface this by saying that I could never find anything online about him. Like, there was nothing. Because I did do the Google search. Couldn't on socials? No, nothing. And he said that was because of his job.
Well, I feel
so
like,
he had to
I feel
keep
like
a low profile.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of those government workers that are in like classified scenarios, like I think that is part of their thing. Probably they're required not to be findable online.
Okay, so thus far, like I'm following along. Like I can kind of see like how I'm picking him up from the airport. He's got this really high-profile job, so he doesn't do the socials. Totally get that.
The apartment thing would have threw me off a little bit because I'm
That's
like,
a little weird.
I don't really care.
I don't really care.
If you got a roommate and you live in a fucking
like, why can't I meet your roommate?
I don't even care. Like, what's up? What is your roommate psycho? Like, are you like, yeah, that
is it your wife?
So many times.
Yeah, I totally tried to push it, and like I don't really care, but he was insistent, and that's so when he was overseas, and I just had like this gut feeling. I was like, "There's something not right."
Starts.
I had another friend that worked somewhere else, and they were able to do a little.
They went a little bit deeper, the deep search.
And yeah, so found out this guy was married and had 3 kids.
Those were his roommates.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
the roommates, the wife and
The
the
apartment
kids.
was small because it was a house with 3 children in it.
Right.
And I confronted him during his, because him and I would FaceTime while he was gone, and I was like, listen, I know everything.
Right, I found you, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
He
Did he come clean?
Yes, but he flipped out.
Well, of course he did. He's covered.
You didn't trust me?
Well,
Right.
he was more just terrified of me telling his wife. So, which I didn't. I was like, I'm not going to. I just want to be done.
It
like,
is what it is at that point. You know what I mean? Like, you played the game. Everybody, you know, it's like whatever. Well, I think I'm torn on that too, because I'm like, I almost feel like people like that should pay for what the hell they do. But then on the same time, I see what you're saying. You're like, you know what? It's already bad enough. I don't want to create a whole new set of problems and drama and like.
It's a very weird line to toe.
It is, because some people are like, oh hell no, I'm burning your whole world down. You know what I mean?
Well, okay. And the other side of that, as the wife, I was a wife that was cheated on.
Yeah.
Like, how would you feel, like, as the wife?
I would want to know.
I think I would want to know too.
I think I would too, but I think I was so, I don't know, like there was a little bit of fear and with that. He was an intimidating person, I'm not going to lie. So I just wanted to be done with the guy.
Right.
So I just
totally respect that.
No backlash, just want to move on, let it be.
Let me go.
Well, my theory is this, and like it keeps being proven with these convos and everybody I've talked to, like military, government, first responder, cops, all these people, none of them are faithful. None of them.
You know,
for the most part.
I thought,
it's power.
I thought, you know, that's kind of what my initial thought was, but I've been dating for 8 years, but it isn't limited to that. Like, I've had awful experiences with, like,
with everybody, all types.
Blue-collar guys. Like,
no,
all
I get
of
it.
them.
I get
like,
it.
But I get,
it's just that whole field. I think it's so easy to cheat when you're overseas all the time.
Yes. If
you know
you're
what I mean?
gone a lot, then it's easier to cheat.
It's too easy
for sure.
because, first of all, how's the wife or the husband going to catch him? Mm-hmm. Like, I mean,
his wife was home with the 3 kids, so his girlfriend was the one picking him up from the airport. So that was easy.
Well, that's the whole part that throws me off, is these wives that are at home are so oblivious to this shit. And it's like, why would you not want to pick your husband up from the airport when he's been going on deployment? You know what I mean? Like, how stupid are they?
I with that one, I found out like later that because like he gave me more details, he would just lie about when he would get back from deployment. So, yeah, it's even
goes
shittier.
even deeper. Yeah, the plot thickens.
Yeah.
The thought thickens.
Yeah.
The plot thickens.
So yeah, after that ended, I thought it was over.
Right.
But he, like a couple months later, reappeared.
Oh, God.
He started sending me flowers and jewelry to my house.
God.
And
One
he
of
used
those.
an alias. So initially I was like, well, who is
Who
this?
the hell is this?
Because then I started getting phone calls from a number I didn't recognize and text.
Burner phone.
Exactly. Well, he used. I found out this too.
I'm sure you already had a burner phone.
Well, he used an app, I guess, like
one of the apps.
WhatsApp or something.
to make a new number. And,
Now you don't. Yeah. Now you don't even need burner phones
don't need
anymore.
burner phones.
There's
Yeah.
burner apps
Yeah.
on your normal phone.
I don't know, man.
It's too much work for me.
I know. I don't get it. I feel like this is a lot.
So much work.
Just be honest.
Yeah.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
so much work. Like, I joke around with my guy friends all the time. I'm just like, dude, if I had the money, I would just go buy escort before I put in all this work. Like, no bullshit.
Yeah.
Because it's
You
like,
heard it here first. Marcus would totally pay for sex.
I'm not saying pay for sex, pay for company now. Because paying for sex is illegal. But I'm just saying, like, if I was a rich fucking dude, like, that was, like, on the move like that, like, I wouldn't go through all these troubles.
Yeah, I don't understand
It's too
it.
much work.
But again, I think like what she mentioned, I think it's a power thing though.
I think it
and
is
I
a
think
very
that that is the,
Especially when you're dealing with military people and those types of people, like, it is let me see what I can do and get away with. You know what I mean? And it's horrible because everybody gets caught up in all that crap, you know? And then this...
Did they ever learn their lesson is the question. Obviously, he did not.
no.
So you met him on Tinder.
Yes.
Okay, oddball question here, moving on. What's your favorite dating app to use?
Yeah, where have you seen...
why?
Right, have you seen any success on any of them?
I have been on Bumble, Hinge, Tinder, Facebook dating recently.
Facebook dating, yeah. I've
And
been toying on there.
I had
That's
a
a weird one.
relationship that came from that last year, Facebook dating, but I was dumped while I was on the phone, mind you. And so, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess, you know, not everything can last, but
Right.
Facebook was okay, but it is, I don't know, it's kind of a weird, it's different.
Facebook is weird.
Yeah.
It's different.
I went on Facebook dating
Yeah.
for 2 days.
Yeah.
And met a guy, but I ended up meeting a guy who lives like an hour away or across the border
No,
in Maryland because they say they won't like match
Yeah.
you with
Nah.
people that are friends of your friends or this, that, and the other. But I'm
Yeah.
like, no, not like the first day I had someone say, oh, I saw you on Facebook dating. And I'm like,
It's so uncomfortable. I've
know,
had that
right?
happen to me.
See, I don't call people out. Like, if my friends, I might, like, if we're having conversations like this, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I did see you on Tinder the other day. And then I'm funny anyway. I swipe on all my friends. I'm always like,
I get.
just to do it, just
Yeah.
for the hell of it.
I do that on Bumble. One of my friends is on there.
And then every now and then, like, I do have a couple
He's like, hey, how's
friends
it
that
going?
will match just to be silly too, and we'll talk shit back and forth, and then, like, as far as it goes, of course, because we're just friends. But every dating app has a different demographic, I'm finding. Because in the original, and we talked about this last episode, originally Tinder was supposed to be the hookup date, the hookup site. That was where you went. That
Go
was
hook
like
up.
the quick, get a date, go hook up, do whatever, right? And then for me, Bumble was cool because the girl had to reach out first.
So
But
it's
now-
more lady.
It's more lady orientated.
Right.
A girl started that app. Later, I found out
But Bumble also allows you to just look for friends.
that too. And there's a networking section
And there's
on
a
there.
networking section.
Trying to be, you know, I'm a strong, independent woman, but I also I feel like I'm lazy though. It's like
Yes.
when I match with people on Bumble, I'm like, oh my God, I have to reach out to them first.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe y'all,
don't
at first
know.
I think girls were like, this is cool, I'm in control. But then it goes back to like traditional, like, I don't want to be in control.
Yeah, because as modern as I am, I still do have those traditional things.
Traditional
like,
values of
I-
like the man should be the aggressor.
I don't necessarily feel like he has to start the conversation,
Right.
but I do feel in ways he has to continue the
the
conversation.
Right.
At this point in my life, I want to feel not chased, but you know what I mean?
I want
Like,
to be sought after. And
Everybody wants to be
Yeah,
pursued.
exactly.
Everybody wants to be pursued. I get it.
yeah, that's the word,
But the
pursued.
thing is, too, I feel like with Bumble, it's like I kind of know how guys feel. You get rejected, and like they don't respond to you. I'm like,
yeah.
well, this feels like shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel for guys.
So
and
not
I'm like,
only do you got to reach out, now you got to wait on a response
and I don't
versus the other
like
ones. Versus the other ones, like your inbox is just
Yeah.
full and you can pick and choose. You know what I mean? Bumble's like a whole nother world. Payback. And then back in the day, I always thought Plenty of Fish was like
Oh my God.
the trailer. The trailer fish for me was like.
never tried that one.
Well, it's funny. Facebook dating is the new Plenty of Fish to me because back in the
Yeah.
day, Plenty of Fish was like the bottom of the barrel. That was to me. That was like the
Oh, it was sketchy.
It was real sketchy, right? And I was like, that's the trailer park over there. It's like, you're really desperate, you can go play on Plenty of Fish and snack something and see what happens.
Is that even a thing anymore? I don't.
Yeah, it's still
Is it?
there. It's just, it's not active. And back in the day, Plenty of Fish was the only completely free one where it was all open. Now, Plenty of Fish is limited. Like, they're really trying to monetize it, and it's trash. So I traded Plenty of Fish for Facebook dating.
Do you ever try Match?
Match is the paid one.
I won't pay for dating.
Hell no.
No.
I won't say that I won't because I have, but I'm definitely not paying. Like Tinder, for example, you can go premium and like cancel that shit and be done. Match is a commitment. Like that's the commitment.
But I think that's the point of it too. Is like you're looking for that commitment.
You're committing.
It's just too much work for me. I guess I'm like I tried it or attempted to create a profile, and there were so many questions. I'm like,
and they make you go through all the questions. But then again, we're being lazy because
I know, and I completely own that part.
Are you looking for that match, or are you not looking for that
technically,
match?
I have heard a lot of good stories of like we met on Match, and I'm like the one where you got to fill out the 2-hour survey.
New one I keep seeing the advertisements for Coffee Meets Bagel.
Yes,
I've done that one too, but that one's like limited. I feel like for this area.
Yeah, maybe it's like for the bigger cities.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And then there's one that tracks your location and like, well, they all do, but this one in particular is like supposedly finds you matches where you've traveled, where you've been. So that's good and bad. Like you your last job. Congratulations, you got a good new job.
Thank you. I appreciate
be local and have a life.
I'm very excited. Thank you.
But for you, when you were traveling and stuff, that necessarily wouldn't work for you because then it's like, oh, I want to move out there where I was for a trip.
Yeah, right. I have a really, like, that's the other thing that's kind of frustrating because, you know, living in this area, 25 miles is a huge thing.
It is.
I've got to run an hour and a half. 10 miles.
Especially now. Like, I've got a running joke. I don't date out of the zip code.
Yeah,
like,
no, I don't blame you.
I'm like 22401 through 22405. That's my limit. Because anything out of that, like, dude, to go 610 and back, if you get stuck in traffic, like, you blew your whole day to go on a date.
Well, I guess I can't really say that.
Like, what the hell? You you go to Spotsy from downtown, and like, there goes your whole evening.
There goes your whole day.
I will do Spotsylvania, but I will not. It's when they get into like Alexandria, Arlington.
No, I'm not doing that.
No, I'm
not gonna lie. I was joking with my friend this morning at brunch, and I was like, dude, there is a better quality of dating pool in Northern Virginia. I feel like people
they have more money.
People got their shit together. Like it's a whole different
have better
demographic.
Jobs.
Yes,
they're more responsible for the most part.
I'm not gonna lie. I like to drink, and if I go on a date if I go up north and I'm drinking, what am I gonna say? Like, so if we go on a date up there, I gotta crash at your place. I just met you.
Gotta get a hotel room, sleep in my car.
Right. So now I gotta pay for.
Why don't you put a tent in the back of your car and just tent together? Figure it out.
I gotta pay for an expensive ass date in Alexandria.
It is more expensive.
It's definitely more expensive up there.
So now we're $20 and not $12.
Now we're a couple $100 in because I'm going to drink 2-3 drinks.
Maybe you should ask to stay at her place at that point,
right? And then I'm like, hotel up there is not going to be cheap. No. So now it's a $500 date for what?
Sleep in your car.
Yeah. No, it's just not worth it. And logistically, long term, I don't want to do that.
It's not sustainable.
No.
All the back and forth.
Yeah.
It's not sustainable.
No. I think that was like, I dated a guy that lived in Maryland, and it was just, we both got burnt out.
Yeah, it's burnout mode.
No, can't do it.
And then it's like, I talk about this sometimes too, like, you don't want to play the whole, like, some people, especially when we're younger, we got in a rush and we're like, just move in, because I'm tired of all this back and forth. Just move in and form a family, put your family with my family, and let's do it. You know what I mean?
Terrifies me.
Yeah, that's how these girls are running around with 4 baby daddies and 5 kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, how the hell did that happen?
Yeah.
But on a guy standpoint, like, I'm chasing a girl right now that's got 5 kids. Like, I've known her for a long time.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even say chasing her. I just want to hang out with her and spend time with her.
Yeah.
And it's always, I don't got a babysitter, and you know what I mean? And that's the other struggle is, like, so many single moms out here. Not only do I got to work around your work schedule, now your kid's schedule. it's so hard. Like, how are we supposed to form a bond when I can only see you every other weekend if you got a decent baby daddy every other weekend?
Make weeknights work here and there.
Yeah.
Even
How do you do that if you got a babysitter?
dating, okay, now one, if you're dating in your zip code, you don't have to drive hours away.
Yeah.
True, that's why I stay in my zip
to
code.
run together to catch 20, 30 minutes of coffee one night or a dessert or to go get that
Yeah,
ice
but
cream.
again, if
That's
you
how
got
you do
younger kids,
that. Well, yeah, stop dating women with younger kids.
Well, that's
well,
the
there's
thing,
no way
too.
to avoid that.
I'm
a little
fine.
bit.
I'm apprehensive to date guys with younger kids.
I can't
It's
because
not-
it's just, it's not going to work. There's too much juggling.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah,
and
I
then if
can't
you
do it
do
either.
get serious, you got to hear that, you're not my mom, shut up.
No, I don't. I also, and I feel bad for saying this, but I don't want to raise.
I don't want to raise
little
any more
ones
kids.
again.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I don't want to do
I'm
that
done.
anymore.
Yeah.
Mine's raised. I got a 22-year-old. I'm still taking care of her, and
Yeah.
that's about as far as I want to
Sure, I
go.
got a 21-year-old that just got engaged.
There you go. Well, you did all right then.
Yeah.
They're moving on. They're progressing.
Yeah.
Well, I also have a younger one too, but
Yeah.
he's
Yeah, but your young one's like, he's cool. He's
cool.
fine. He's self-sufficient.
yeah. He's almost a teenager.
Yeah. So I'm just like, there's all these, just so much struggle in dating now.
There's
You know
a
what I mean?
lot. There's a lot of things
Just
to
a
think
lot
about.
of things
you
to
know,
think
and
about.
there's a lot of things to think about. Like if you find that person that you do really get along with and you do really like, how can you fit each other into
Right.
each other's
Now we
lives?
got to navigate all that shit.
So
Right.
it
You know what
is
I
a lot
mean?
to navigate.
We didn't have those struggles before kids. That's where it all
No.
started.
I
Question:
think that's the problem. Oh my God. Yes.
Was it set up by a friend? Was it set up by a coworker?
It was a friend, and a good friend of mine. Which funny, like him and I went on a date years ago, and we just didn't click romantically.
right.
It's like we're friends.
Yeah, we're friends. Yeah.
So he's married now, and
Let me hook you up with one of my friends.
yeah, let me hook you up with my friends. And I go on the date, and I had no idea what he looked like at all. No
Oh,
pictures.
even worse.
It's a blind date that you're not
It's a
supposed
blind
to.
Well, and
date.
here's the thing. This guy, my friend, set me up on 2 blind dates, and both of them were just.
Be a charm.
The first one, the guy, we went to a restaurant and ordered dinner, talking casually. Then he mentioned that his wife had a restraining order.
Oh God! Why don't people just start throwing stupid shit out there?
You know what? Thanks for being honest up front
Yes.
and
Right,
not
I gotta
saving that
go.
for date 4.
Right.
But apparently he
Gotta
wasn't
go.
really willing to let go of his ex-wife.
So many people are doing
And
that
I'm
too.
just like, what
What
did
is
my
going
friend
on?
do?
Right.
He tried to justify why she, I like, there's no justification. I can't.
Right, I can't even entertain it.
Some things are just not
Oh, no,
justifiable.
so that didn't work out. And the second blind date, the guy shows up. Well, we're texting, right? I still don't know what he looks like. No really real information on him. And he just moved to Fredericksburg. So he's texting me, asking me, hey, where should we go out to eat? So I start throwing out suggestions like Sedona.
Right.
Where else? I forget where else I suggested. But he said, oh, wow, you're picking all the expensive places.
Oh.
Oh, well, I mean, we could go to a chop or Old Town Steak and
he looks
Seafood.
up soup and taco.
Okay.
I'm like, and I love soup and taco.
Soup taco's great. I
I'm
love
like,
soup and
okay,
taco.
yep, sure,
Yeah.
we'll do that. So I meet him, and when I go on first dates, I try to look nice.
Right.
I'm not coming in, gym shorts.
Yeah.
But he's there waiting for me up front, and he is in sweatpants and a hoodie. Just
What the hell?
If you don't like me at my work,
And this is like, I feel like dating.
put a little effort. No, exactly.
Yes,
Put a
I feel
little
like
effort.
first date is kind of like a job interview. You should dress a little bit nicer than
I think so.
normal.
I would appreciate it. I feel like but
I mean, obviously it depends on the date. If somehow you guys are gym heads and you're like, hey, first date's a gym, that would be
That
my
gym.
choice of
Yeah.
dinner after asking me where I want to go for dinner.
Well, now we know why. Dude
Yeah.
didn't want to put
Second
no
of
clothes
all,
on.
yeah.
show up with soup and taco and freaking sweatpants.
I mean, hey, if you're going to show up in sweatpants, soup and taco would be the place.
Yeah, anyway, we went in. I was like, whatever,
McDonald's.
this is fine. He's looking at the menu, and it's Taco Tuesday, too. So,
Oh, even
yeah.
better.
But he still commented. He's like, wow, tacos are really expensive here.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like so uncomfortable.
What do you do for a living, sir?
Right. First of all,
Like, what are you spending your
do
money
you
on?
do? How much child support do you
When was the
pay?
last date you
Doesn't
had?
have any kids.
Wow.
So that's the
He's
other
just
thing.
cheap.
He's just cheap. So we, I was so uncomfortable at that point. So I ordered 2 tacos. I'm like, I'm going to keep this.
Right, keep this minimum.
And then he
Do you want to go Dutch?
Right.
Like, do you
At that point, it's like, you know what? I got it. I'll pay for
I'll
myself.
pay for yours too, sir.
Right. I'll actually pay for you too, because it sounds
See,
like
here's the pants in this
I
date
should.
already.
sounds like you're struggling.
Well, then he doesn't drink either. I found out I'm a
can't do
whiskey
that.
girl,
Yeah,
so obviously
can't.
I drink.
That's another thing. I can't.
No.
I can't date people that don't drink. I'm sorry. I don't want to sound like an alcoholic, but I just.
But it's such a social thing.
It is.
I
It
enjoy
is.
it, and it is.
Well, I feel like as long as whoever you're with, understands that about you and
Yeah.
is okay with that about you.
And that's fine too. Is I did
Yeah.
have a serious relationship with one person that didn't drink, and she didn't give me shit about it. It wasn't one of those, oh, you're drinking again.
Now, if you're getting
Yeah.
like rip roaring drunk all the damn time,
well, then that's
I
a whole
feel
other
like you're probably
discussion.
like, hey,
yeah,
listen.
That's it. Yeah.
But if like you guys go out
I've
and you
been
have a drink
drinking-
and they choose not to
I've been
or
drinking
whatever,
for
then
a living since 2005, so I'm pretty good
drinking
at
for a
it.
living.
Oh my
I'm
god.
pretty good at
It's
it.
just
That's
not,
a shitty job that you pay for that doesn't pay for you.
Just that I don't want the
I get paid to
judgment, like,
drink.
oh, this you're having
Yes,
another one.
exactly. I
Like,
don't
and
wanna
it
do
makes
that
you
either.
uncomfortable. Then you're just
Yeah.
like, what's the point?
Yeah.
It's not
Then
enjoyable.
my whole mood's blown. Like,
Yeah.
So cheap guy, jogging pants.
So I order a
Doesn't
water.
drink.
I order a
You're
water
like, all
because
right, I'll
I'm
get a water.
uncomfortable, and
Don't want to get a $3 soda.
There goes that Modelo.
Right.
So we start talking, and he looked at me, and he was like, it's really refreshing that you're not fat.
Wow.
Because he said, because he came from California and moved to Virginia.
I mean, I get that, but wow.
And he's like, just a lot of the girls around here are big girls.
I mean, yeah, he's not wrong, but still, who says that?
A guy who came from California.
Okay. I was
Surfer
like,
boy from
It
California.
just keeps getting better. I'm
So
like,
glad you're not
all right.
fat.
Yeah.
Jesus
God, I'm so
Christ.
glad you dressed up for this date.
I know. Like, hindsight,
You should have fired right back
Oh
with
my
that one,
God.
though, and be like, well, I'm sure, I'm glad you didn't wear a suit.
Oh, so
Yeah.
is this why you didn't dress up? Because you thought I'd be fat?
Well, he was also 5'4", so.
Almost 6 foot tall. Let's talk about height.
Yeah, exactly. Kitty, what are you doing? Are you done? Like, since you won't seem like midget dude, I'm out. But with all the other factors, though.
Well,
This
God,
is
no.
the
Yeah,
thing,
all
and
the-
I don't generally, I'm not so concerned with height, but just
Yeah.
adding everything.
All the factors,
I'm like,
that's what I'm saying.
Dude, come on.
Yeah.
So listen, I'm not concerned about height. Okay, I don't want to come off as a person who's a heightist.
Me neither, but I'm like,
but
when
I
you
wear
add,
high heels a lot.
Yeah.
and then you're like
And-
6'5".
And then I'm like, I'm 6'2", 6'3"
Yeah.
sometimes, and I don't feel awkward about it.
Yeah.
Right.
But I know a lot of guys feel awkward
Yeah.
and even
Sure.
a little
Yeah.
demasculated about it.
I'm tall enough so
Some
it
are a
doesn't
little
bother
creepy
me,
about
but,
it.
you know.
Yeah.
Some are really creepy about it. Don't be creepy about it.
But yeah, for sure.
But so I'm like, I kind of toe that line.
Yeah.
And
Well, my thing is this, like, I'm saying,
I feel awkward to a certain.
I'm
a
saying you're
certain height.
adding all the things up. Dude showed up in jogging pants. He's bitching about the prices. Doesn't drink, and then he's got the nerve to be like, "Good thing you're not fat."
Glad
Like,
you're not fat.
If I was a girl, I'd probably either start firing shit back, or like
Get that Modelo.
or like,
Yeah.
you know what, I will.
should
You know what?
have.
Now I actually have a margarita, the strongest one, top shelf.
Yeah.
And then
Double
after-
shots in it, please.
Double shots, and after I'm done drinking, and I got to go to the bathroom, and I'm not coming back. Fuck that.
That's what I don't know why I was giving this man the benefit of the doubt, because but I did. And
Did you go on a second date?
no.
What?
The date proceeds, and
Oh, okay.
he starts asking about my history, my life history, like,
Oh,
what did
man,
you do?
here we go.
And I mentioned that I work part-time at a brewery.
Right.
And he's like, oh, that's a red flag.
Oh God.
I'm like, why is that a red flag? He's like, well, women that tend bar are usually whores.
Oh my Lord.
Right. At least you're not a fat whore that tends bars.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that was also like another nail in the coffin
Shit.
for him. And I talk about, I do, and I talked about like my love for bourbon and everything. And again, I don't know what was wrong with me that night, but at the end, he felt like the date was going really well.
Wow.
And I really did need a drink by the end of that. I was like, I'm so done with this. And he's like, well, since you like bourbon, why don't we go up to, I know there's a whiskey bar around the corner, Rebellion.
Oh, now he's offering
And
to take you for
so
drinks.
I was like, you know what? I need a drink, thinking that I'm
Yes. I
getting
You know
definitely
what?
need a
Yeah,
drink.
let's go.
Well, he holds the door open for me, and he looks at me, and he's like, also, because I don't drink, you have to pick this one up. And
Wow.
Yep. So I got my drink and I paid for it and I left. I was like, dude, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm glad you thought this went well, but man, you were blowing it.
See, like, this is back to my theory of I don't want to go on dinner dates for first dates.
No.
I'd rather meet for happy hour, meet for a couple drinks, quick little, like, almost like a speed date.
Yeah.
Because then 10 minutes in, I'm going to know if this is, like, worth hanging out any longer.
Sure. You know, my first date with somebody was a hiking trip. Not a trip, but like a hiking.
Did you?
Not a trip. It was just a day hiking the canal path.
I'm too afraid of getting murdered. I just don't want to do. I love hiking, but
we hiked for like 2.5 hours. It was a great date.
I'm sure it was. I just don't trust people.
Right.
Let me go on a second date and then we'll talk about hiking.
Yeah, right. That's a little too personal for first date.
I want to be alone in the woods with somebody I don't know.
No, there's lots of people walking around and biking.
It's just too much, you know. And it's crazy. Here's the shittiest part of all these things that we're talking about is like this creates this like makes dating even worse, because then like you start stacking all these stories up in the back of your mind and you're like instantly you're evaluating things like, and you're like, we're not as open to even go out on dates like we used to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it just keeps getting worse. Every time you add a new bad experience to the dating scenario, then you're like, well, nah, I'm not even doing it. And it's good and bad, because I feel like we're in a place where we're quicker to spot the red flags and like cut it, versus when we were younger, we would have just played along and ended up having a couple kids and getting married and wasting 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm torn, because like I do like that I'm smarter, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not dealing with that. Like, you got too much bullshit going on. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, does everybody just have a lot of bullshit going on?
I think at our age, they do. I think they're reaching an age that we all have a lot of baggage.
There's that point where it's like,
a lot of experience, a lot of lived experiences. And some people, around our age are on their second, third, maybe even fourth marriage at times.
Yeah.
And so, like, they have experiences through all of those. Then the dating scene just being very quick and move along. So, I don't want to use the word trauma, but
it is trauma.
It's kind of trauma.
Yeah.
It is. But I'm just like, where do we go from here? You know what I mean? We're getting old. Like, do we want to settle down again? I don't know.
I don't know if I want to get married again.
I ask myself that all the time. Like,
I don't think I want to get married again, but I would like to have a productive relationship for a little bit.
Yeah, sure. I tell people I'm looking for, a partner just to share life with, but marriage isn't something that I'm
that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I definitely know I'm a relationship person.
Yeah.
I don't like don't get me wrong, I love meeting new people. I love talking to new people. Like, that is my jam.
Yeah.
But like meeting new people all the time in an aspect to try to date them, and then 2 weeks later, like, somebody, this is not my jam at all. I'm definitely a relationship person.
Yeah.
But as far as getting married, I mean, I wasn't 19, but I had a baby at 21, and we were together from the time I was 18, and then we got married a couple years after she was born. And so, like, I was married and had a kid really young, did the whole mom and wife thing, and like, I'm not having any more kids.
Like when we were younger, we rushed into things and we did what we did, and now we don't want to do some of those things again, but we don't want to be lonely, but we don't want to deal with the bullshit. It's like,
I don't want to be 55 with my 8 cats in my home.
a cat lady.
Right. Well, then for guys, like, what the heck? Like,
crazy cat ladies deserve love too, man.
Right, y'all are cat ladies, but then on a dude side, like, we're not into that shit. So I'm like, what am I going to do? Sit around and play fucking Xbox when I'm 50?
There are cat daddies out there.
Yeah, there
There are cat daddies out there, sir.
Cat daddy. They got stuck with their ex-wife's cats.
Oh my God, that's so true. My ex-husband has my cat.
See? Exactly what I mean. They're fighting over animals. I mean, I don't mind them. I just like other people's cats. They're like kids. I like other people's kids.
I don't have any pets now. Like, I don't have time for it.
My daughter's got pets, and that's on her.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I got to do is let them in and out every now and then. And, if I happen to walk by their bowl and it's empty and I'm filling up to it, I'll feed them.
Yeah.
I have 2 cats.
But I don't know, man. Like, I still stick to my poly thing. I'm exploring this poly shit, man.
Christ, we're on this again?
Yes. We're deep enough into the episode.
Okay.
We're deep enough into the episode where I can bring the poly talk out.
Okay, so I want to hear your...
I've narrowed it down to 3 types of women.
Okay.
We did that last episode. He had 4, but
I had 4,
3.
but I narrowed it down to 3. So I just feel like in today's world and all the bullshit we've went through and all the things is that there is not one person for everyone. There's just not. I feel like there might be, I think they're like adventures. Things come and go, right? There's times and seasons and all these things.
Right.
I don't think that it's realistic to be out here like, I want to find my next forever person. I don't think there is that forever person. I think it's a season, right?
But poly is multiple people at the
Yes,
same time.
But poly is a different thing. I'm trying to build an empire and a tribe, and like I feel like it's going to take certain people to complete this puzzle, certain types. So there's like the housewife, which we don't have many of those anymore.
Yeah.
Like most women do not
can't.
want to play a housewife. We can't afford to have housewives. That's why I'm always like, what? Dude had a wife and 3 girlfriends too? Shit.
How much money he make?
Right. How much does he make? Our other guest is at the door. Will you let her in?
Yes.
I feel bad just making her stand at the door.
Yeah, talk about your girl.
I'll talk about, she's already heard my poly story.
I need to hear about this. 'Cause I am very apprehensive with this, and I don't think it works.
I think it works. There's certain things that's got to work, right? I've been joking with this girl I've been like casually having relations with, and she's like, I'm too jealous to have other women in a situation.
Say the same thing. I'm a very jealous person.
She's like, and I'm like, well, then you're the main girl, and you
yeah, but
just
she has
gotta
to
regulate.
give you up like on the weekends.
I don't know. One ideal situation, the girls would be bi, so it's a sisterhood.
yeah,
like they're
okay.
all into each other too.
Yeah.
So then it's just like when I don't want to deal with anybody, I'm like, y'all go play.
You're just trying to like fulfill some male fantasy. I think that most men have.
Yeah, right. Well, hey. Well, the funny thing is, like, it's half joke, half real. But I went to a therapist, a relationship therapist.
Okay.
After one of my relationships, and I started joking about this shit, and she was like, "No, this is real." And she actually has clients that she helps navigate this poly crap with. And I'm like, so this is real deal shit? And she's like, oh no, it's real. And I have clients that come to therapy for it. She was like, you should come to therapy to set it up. And I'm like, so what, are you like the poly manager over here? We got to come to you and like sort it all out? And she's like, yeah, kind of. You need a therapist.
Oh,
Speaking
man.
of therapy, have you been to therapy?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's always something that I like
Always.
to ask, because I'm like, I posted yesterday, I was like, stop trying to get in relationships when you really need therapy and an exorcism.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's why I've kind of taken a step back from, I mean, I've gone on like sporadic dates just to see, but like right now I'm just like, no,
Somebody's got to come through and sweep you off your feet
yeah,
type
I mean,
shit.
I have to be, I don't feel like I'm going back to like, I don't feel like I'm 100% ready again. Like,
I don't think I am either, but I still want company, and I still want to hang out, and I still want to do things. I'm a dude too, so it's like I got needs, and
I've gotten so comfortable with being alone. That's the scary thing.
that is the scary part. I feel like everybody's getting like that. You know what I mean?
I've heard a lot of people who have been single for a very long time. They're like, I don't know that I can actually fit another person's life into my life and be as comfortable and happy as I am now.
I'm comfortable casually dating, because I'm just like, there's so much shit going on that I don't want to. I've got so much shit going on, first and foremost. I'm trying to do 50 million things already. To bring another person into that, they're either going to, that goes back to my poly thing, is like, I need people that are going to come
That's the
and
housewife.
help me build this empire and be all about what the hell I got going on. You know what I mean? Because I can't get distracted from what I'm doing. Every time I get in a relationship, it takes me, and we can all relate to this, every time you get in a relationship, you get distracted from your goals, you start embedding into their things, and like, it costs money to be in a relationship. Now we're spending money on each other. We're doing all these things when we should have been working on ourselves, should have been working on the credit card bills that I needed to pay off, or I should have been working on that certificate to get a better paying job or whatever, right? So I feel like it's important to find people that fit into that, because if they don't, then you're just throwing me off my game.
You know, I think another, and not
Maybe you should stick to just like casually dating.
Yeah, maybe they don't have to have a label for it. Like,
Exactly.
it's not poly. I'm just casually dating.
I'm just casually dating.
Yeah.
How many other people are you casually dating? Well, doesn't matter. I'm casually dating you right now.
Right. Right.
And then I tell people all the time, I'm like, why do we got to get into all that shit? If you're single, you're single. Like, I don't need to know what you're doing when you're not around me.
Right.
Like, I don't care what you're doing when you're not around me because we're not serious.
So what do you have, though? Like, is there a time limit on that? As far as if you're seeing somebody casually dating someone, how long do you let that go before
I make a decision,
if you want to
take
label
it up?
on it? Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good question. I feel like
It
has to check all the boxes. You know what I mean? Like, for example, for me, the biggest problem I'm running to is, as a guy, and like, it's going to sound crazy because I got two females standing next to me. I'm running into all these broken females that are trying to repair their life and overcome the shit from their ex and their last marriage, even though the marriage was 10 years ago. Like, I'm over here like, when does that stop? You know what I mean? Like, when do people just get their shit together again?
Right.
And stop blaming it on relationships in the past.
Yeah.
We're in this phase right now. I almost went online and did a big rant about guys, especially. Guys are getting bad. They're starting to cry and bitch and moan online. We all know a guy that does this every day.
Sad boy shit online all the time, every day.
It's so weird. It's so feminine.
Yeah.
From a dude, and I'm like,
no, listen. I think men are able to cry. I think
they are allowed
more
to.
than willing to cry, but and girls do it too, though. I see the get sad girl shit online too, and
all over the place.
like,
I just feel as
handle your shit.
Exactly.
Go to therapy.
I'm just tired of seeing the same shit. Go get therapy.
Yeah.
Go to therapy. I think therapy should be free. It is if you got Medicaid, but not everybody.
Talk through the reasons that you stuck in that relationship that makes you feel
Let's
that way.
figure out why the hell we stuck around that long and let that shit go on. Let's figure out what made me want to do that. Like, I'm always
That's what I did.
I'm always like, I got mommy issues. I didn't have mom growing up, so like I struggle with women and shit because I'm looking for that mommy figure, and like I attract women that got daddy issues, and then together like
It's a mess.
we're screwed, right? Because it's like, you want daddy, I want mommy, and we're like, what the fuck? Who's the responsible one?
And you ain't being my mommy.
Right, exactly. So, but it's just, we're in such a, everybody's so damaged and broken. And for me as a dude,
You know what you need, Marcus?
what?
You need a dominant female.
I say that all the time.
You need a really
aggressive.
dominant,
I love it.
aggressive female
I love aggressive females.
that will put you in your place.
I love that.
like that.
I love
So
that.
there's no intimidation for you,
No.
like this powerful, strong female. It's
No,
like
I
this-
want one of those.
Yeah.
Back to the three types of women. The housewife that's gonna hold the fort down.
Back to his poly triad.
Oh gosh.
The corporate chick that is the badass, like,
Yeah.
go-getter.
Yeah.
that
She's the
comes
one that's
home-
mommy.
Right. Comes home cracking the whip and like, why the hell is the house not clean? Where's
So
the
if you're
food? Like,
a whip cracker and you want to play mommy to Marcus over here,
and then I do need the slut. I do need the slutty party girl.
Yeah.
So
Not worried about what she's doing though.
yeah, I don't give a
after-
shit what
Okay.
she's doing. Like when we're doing what we're doing.
wow.
You're a mess.
I am a mess. That's why I'm still single.
Therapy.
Yeah, I mean,
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. No, but what I'm saying is, everybody's so damaged. So it goes back to like, I instantly see that shit. I attract it. I've always been Captain Save a Ho. I've always been like, if you're
Never heard that.
if you're broken,
Captain
come
Save-A-Ho.
see me. Like, I'll try to fix you. I've
You've
always,
never heard that, Captain Save-A-Ho?
I've always
man.
been that
No.
dude. It's like, oh, if you got issues and you're broken and you need saving, come on.
I'm going to get Marcus a cape for Christmas.
There you go. But then when you show up, I'm also that cheap dude that's like, whoa, Captain Savo, this shit's getting expensive. Well, this shit's expensive.
So you want to just share a couple appetizers?
They did away, what was that one, TGIF Fridays, endless apps?
So do you, when you're on a date with a woman, do you pick up the tab if you ask her out? How does that, like, do you have like a rule of thumb for that?
Yeah, I'm bad with that. I've got better over the last 2-3 years. Like, I'm trying to be better about that because, again, it goes back to like, traditionally I do think guys, if you or whoever asked the
That's
other
fair.
person
Yeah,
out, I
that's
think it's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
because you know there are those aggressive women that are kind of like dudes who's like, let me take you out.
Let me take you out.
I'm like, you can take me out
By the kneecaps?
Right. So I do think whoever asked the other person out. But
So let me ask you this, Heidi, from a girl's perspective. If a guy does ask you out on a date and you're at dinner and no one's discussed like who's picking up the tab or whatever, do you, like when they bring that check, do you make that kind of awkward grab like you're going to go for it?
Or if I'm feeling the date and he's like immediately offering to pay for it, then I let him pay for it. But if I'm like, I do not want to see this man again,
then you
I'm
offer
like,
to pay.
I'm paying for half of mine because it's sending the message to me.
There's no more.
And then I feel bad. I don't want this guy who I'm out with. He's not getting a second date.
I like that too because I am one of those people where like I don't know how to put this without sounding like stupid. I don't even know, but I'm also one of those guys where like. I do feel like there's a lot of women out there that are just out there looking for free dates, free dinners.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Especially when you go to the bar. Like, I learned that early on. Like, I used to be that dude to be at the bar and, like, girl, buy me a drink. And I'm like, cool. And I'm sitting buying her drinks all night. And then I'm like, where the hell did she go?
Back home to her boyfriend?
You actually had girls ask you to buy?
Yes.
Oh my God, I can't imagine.
I would never.
No.
I would never.
No.
Yes.
I would never.
So crazy, right?
No.
And then I'm just like, I had an
somebody's
argument.
like, hey, can I buy your drink? Sure.
I had an argument with a chick I was hanging out with recently. Like, I'm like, why are you letting these dudes buy you drinks for? Like, one is one thing, but like, dude buys you 2, 3, 4 drinks. Like, now you're opening the door.
Well, he's expecting something in return once it gets.
And you know what her excuse was? Single broke mom. I'll let everybody in here buy me drinks. And I'm like, no, you're opening the door to expectations.
No, if I've let a guy I'll be sitting at the bar and like they'll say, hey, so and so bought you a drink, thank you. Cool. But then if he tries to do it again, I'm like, I'm done. I'm good. Yeah, especially if I'm not interested. I'm like, not gonna do this.
Yeah. But I like what you said as far as like. When to make that decision of like, are you letting the guy pay or are you going to pay your half? I think it is important that if you know it's not going anywhere to go ahead and step up, pay your half. That does send that signal like this might not go anywhere.
Now there is an exception to that rule if he's a complete dick during the date or he's rude.
Then he's paying for his shit.
Can I take dessert home too, please?
Yes.
Yeah.
And steak. Steak for my husband who's back home.
Exactly. Can I actually get some food for my kid that I left at home with the sitter to come out to hang out with you?
And get the babysitter something too.
Right, exactly. So, you know, I don't know, man. But yeah, it goes back to that, like, I don't know. I really don't know. Shit's all jacked up.
Sometimes I'll listen to like cues in the conversation, like if like we get the menu and he says something like, "Hey, order whatever you want." Okay, well,
yeah,
that does kind of sound like he's paying.
Yeah, right. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Or hey, what would you like to order?
See, and I'm also one of those guys where like if I know my money's tight, I'm not gonna like be like, let's go to a fancy restaurant.
Right.
And then on top of that, if I do really want to impress the girl and like make her feel good about the situation, I'll order something cheaper to let her order something whatever she wants.
Sweet.
Okay, now see that could backfire because my personal rule of thumb on it, like especially a first date. A few dates in and whatever, maybe not so much, but definitely a first date. I will pay attention to what he orders, and I will make sure whatever I order costs less.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, now it's competition.
Less. Yeah. No. I just because I don't want some guy to be taking me out and he's like, yeah, I'm going to get the chicken for $18, and I'm like, I'll get the $50 Delmonico.
Yeah, I would never do that.
All right, so here's a question then. Because I feel like it should be a mutual thing, right? I do kind of feel like dudes should pay for the first date, but I feel like once we're in and now we're dating and we're going on dates and stuff, I feel like it's a group effort.
Yeah.
That the dude shouldn't always have to pay for shit.
No, I agree. I will switch it off, you know.
I think we should both contribute to the situation because there are these old school girls, they call it, they're being old school and they want to be courted and the man should pay for everything and blah blah blah. And I'm like, look, sweetie, that shit was cool in the 80s, but in today's economy,
I was born in the 80s. Hello.
I grew up in the 80s. We're all born in the 80s. Like, I was born in 79, but that don't count as the 70s baby. But what I'm saying is, like, I feel like in today's economy, again, it's too expensive. Like if I'm going to try to court a girl and we're like going out every weekend, like, dude, you're gonna break me.
Okay, so here's what I've done. A lot of times, one of the things that I'm pretty old school about is, and maybe this comes from the fact that
I had to catch myself all the time. I'm like, no,
I'm not gonna go there. I really like for a guy to plan a date, not this. Hey, what do you want to do?
Oh
hey,
my
where do you want
gosh,
to go?
that's exhausting.
Hey, what are you thinking? Like, and I don't mind that sometimes because obviously he's trying to get my opinion and wants to make sure that whatever we're doing is something we're gonna both enjoy. But I really, really, really love for someone to plan a date. So in that respect, if he's planning it and he's like, hey, I got this idea, let's do X, Y, and Z. What do you think? And I'm like, all for it. He should pay for it. But I, in turn, am like, hey, I want to do this. What do you think of this? Oh, that sounds fun. Well, then I'm going to pay for it.
Right.
And I have done that.
Yeah. I just think it's a back and forth thing. I think it's an effort. It's a group effort. I just think that we should be working together in things. You know what I mean? It's funny, speaking on that, like, dudes not planning shit. There's this, like, meme or video where dude's like, guess where I'm taking you tonight? And the meme was like, I don't have no clue where to go, so I'm going to trick her into telling me where we're going. And she's like, I forget the place. We'll just say Sedona. Oh, God, Sedona? And he's like, exactly. And I'm like, that's a good one. I'm going to try that.
That'll only work like once or twice.
Yeah, you don't get it. Yeah, exactly. It's like a desperate, like,
it's a very
ace in the pocket. Like, don't put favorite place. She's like, oh, my God, Cheesecake Factory. Yeah,
we're going to Chuck E. Cheese.
Right. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's tough around here too because we're locals, right? People like us, we've been to all the restaurants multiple times.
Yep.
So it's hard for me as a guy.
There's still a couple I haven't been to.
There is a couple, but it's hard for me as a guy. Like, say I want to take Heidi out knowing that she's been everywhere around town. It's like, where do I take her? Like,
so that's where, in you guys getting to know each other, like, example, you know that Heidi absolutely her favorite place is Sky Bar.
Right.
So then maybe you plan that first date at Sky Bar to see her in her favorite place.
Yeah.
True,
but then in your conversations with him, you find out that his favorite place is Soup and Taco.
Right.
Show up in your sweatpants.
Casual Soup and Taco Day. And I find it hard around here, especially being that we're all from the bar scene and like, it's hard for me to even want to take a girl to a bar anymore.
You see everybody that you know.
Because I see everyone. Now I got to watch everybody watch me. And then later we got to have a conversation about it. Who was that girl?
Oh, my gosh, I know.
Who's that girl?
She called me like that. She's like, ooh, who was that? Never seen her before.
And I will too. I will too.
Oh, she came right up on me. She's like, who's that? She's cute.
Shoot, I'll start talking to her if you give me 5 minutes and a shot.
Yeah, I'm like, please save me. Keep her over here away from those dudes.
Have you ever had to be saved from a date?
No, I have
really.
not.
No?
I've never had.
Never had to.
Really?
I think I'm a dude, so if anything, the girl might need to be saved from me.
Somebody save me. This weird guy Marcus is trying to.
I had one, like, recently. I posted about it on Facebook. I had to have local, the bar customers actually saved me from it. So I didn't have to do, like, call a friend, but they saved me.
Oh my god!
So, now, when I was doing date like years ago, right when I got done with my divorce, and I was like on the apps for longer than a couple of days, and actually dating, like,
it always goes back to more than a couple of days.
Yeah. It's a funny story, man. It really is. I went on for 2 days. I was like, no. I tried another one for 2 days. No. I did. Like, me and my best friend, we were both dating. Like, we were both fresh in dating, and we actually got on Life 360 together.
Yeah.
With a friend of ours who was with somebody, a long-term relationship.
Sending
so, like,
alerts.
the three of us, like, was just like, hey. And I'm telling you, I had this date with so-and-so tonight. You're telling me you had this date with so-and-so. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye on Life 360 just in case, you know. And I think that's important because, you know, at some point, it is a safety issue.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I think it's definitely...
It can be a safety issue.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a girl thing because guys are normally the aggressors. And
I'm going on this date with this girl. Can you give me pin your location just in case I call you?
That takes me into another direction. We got to wrap it up, so we got somebody waiting.
Yep.
It takes me to another direction, though, is that the roles are shifting. It goes back to this, all these fucking men crying online and shit, right? You don't see girls crying as much.
We had to toughen up.
Exactly. The girls had to toughen up.
Had to be,
y'all had to toughen up. Y'all had to become providers. You know what I mean? So, like, the roles are shifting a little bit. Dudes are starting to be like, oh, shit, maybe I was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe I did fucking ruin the marriage, and now they're all butthurt and they claim they're broken and shit.
Yeah. The only reason I don't ever boo-hoo online about stuff is, like, I I didn't want people to feel like, well, I don't want, and first of all, I don't want anyone in my DMs being like,
right.
I'm so sorry, Captain Save-A-Ho here, or anything like that.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, but also too, like I know that there are things that I need to work through, and so instead of boo-hooing online,
I'm just gonna go work.
I'm just gonna go work on it. Right. I'm just gonna go work on it. I'm like, as far as the internet's concerned, I'm happy. I love it, and I do. And at this point, I do. I was not happy several months ago, but at this point, I really am. But I didn't need everybody knowing that.
Right.
Like, nobody wants to read that. Nobody wants to read that.
I shifted to meme-based things for things like that. So people that really know me, when I start posting stupid-ass memes, they'll be like, oh, Lord, Mark's going through something.
Yeah, the
something's
memes
going on. The memes are coming.
Yeah.
That's my way of doing that, because if you don't know me, you're not going to know. You're just going to be like, okay, whatever, that's fun. And if you do, you'll know, but you're not going to say anything. You're just going to shake your head and keep scrolling. But on a dude standpoint, like, do these guys think that girls going to crawl up in their DMs and be like, "Oh, baby, are you okay?
Oh, I'm so sorry she hurt you.
Bitch. Like, the girls
Let me take you out to dinner."
It's so cringy. The girls are going through it worse than you, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
We just look at that and we're like, "Oh God, get over
some
it."
balls. Like,
Go
stop.
to therapy.
Jesus Christ.
Though, my dating history, I've had my issues, but with men, but I'm sure as you do with women, but I have let some good guys go.
Of course, we all have let good people go.
They're not all awful, and I know
they're not.
but I've had some, like, I look back now and reflect, and I'm like, the things that I'm like, why did I?
Should have kept that one.
Yeah, I know. So.
Well, I say this because I'm going to say 80% of my relationships have been horrible, but they've been those good ones. And you know what I think screws the good ones up? That we're so used to shitty ones. Mm-hmm. And the trauma from that, when we actually get a good one, we're paranoid and we're second guessing. And you're like, oh, no, something's not right. Something's up. And I'm like, no, they were just actually a fucking decent person.
You spend a good amount of time waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you're the shoe that drops.
Yeah.
You're over here waiting for the person to fuck up because you're used to it. And then it's like, what the hell? Yeah. And I'm a Virgo, and I'm going to pick you apart anyway. So I'm just like, no, I don't like the way you wipe your nose.
I know.
Just stupid shit. The dumbest things that we, like, pinpoint, and then like, no, the only way you suck your teeth after you eat. Like, just stupid shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? The pettiest
dumb?
things, right? But you didn't give a shit about the dude that used to beat you up every night. You know what I mean? Like, but this one sucks their teeth. And then, like, there's those girls that are like so people in general, I can't say girls, guys, that are used to abusive relationships, and they're like, no, he's too nice, she's too nice. I want someone to be mean to me and treat me like shit.
I do not want someone to be mean to me and treat me like shit. Been there, done that. No,
I think it is
trauma bonding.
It is the trauma bonding, right?
Yeah.
You want a stupid ass abusive situation because it's what you're used to. And I think some people don't ever come out of that. And that's where it comes back to therapy.
Absolutely.
Therapy.
And even after you think you're over, still keep going.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like, I don't think it ever goes away. It's like being a drug addict or alcoholic, right? They say you can't ever stop going to the meetings and all the things, right? I feel like therapy is one of those things where, like, I will fall back a little bit sometimes and not go every week or not go as much. And then when things get stupid, I'm like, all right, we need to be back on a weekly schedule. Shit's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
But I don't think I want to let go of it. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think so.
So anyway, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
What do you think, Heidi, coming on the show?
This was awesome. I loved, like, venting to you guys and hearing your stories.
Yeah,
so definitely.
that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Like, I was trying to tell my friend that was like bashing my dating shit, and I'm like, bro, it's therapy session.
You know, you can't make everyone happy.
No.
You cannot make everyone happy, and trying to do so, you will kill yourself.
Yeah,
so don't do it. Just okay. Thanks for your opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, that was somebody gave me that advice when I had my baby, my daughter. She was like, just anyone who gives you advice, smile at them, say thank you so much, and then do whatever the hell you feel is right.
Exactly. Well, so let's do something a little different.
Okay.
being, you know, divorcee and like going through all the dating world and single mom shit, what's some advice out there? And this is for both of y'all. What is some advice out there for these? Because we know a lot of, you know, you got a friend that just came out of something. We all have these people around us that are freshly coming out of the divorces and freshly, I'm getting chills talking about it, freshly stepping into this world of unknown. How am I going to make it? What am I going to do? Like, what would you guys give these women especially? What kind of advice?
I would say go with your gut. That is so important, and I've used that as, I guess I listen to my gut and I think, oh my gosh, I'm being paranoid, but my gut has never
been wrong.
No,
I say that all the time
ever.
too. I'm like, think back to all the times where your gut said something. Was it ever?
No.
Did you ever go against your gut and win?
Yeah.
No.
Exactly.
No.
Never ever have I went against that gut feeling and been like, I knew I was right. My gut don't know shit.
Right.
So I like that.
Yeah.
All right, Katie, what about you?
My advice would be anyone, especially women who have been in a long-term marriage and have had kids, is once that's gone, or if a long-term relationship, once that's gone, really take the time to find yourself again.
Yes, I love
your
that.
passions. If for some reason that relationship has put a gap in between you and your children, bridge that gap, rekindle that relationship, really work on yourself. And again, kind of like what I said earlier, is what it is that kept you in that situation as long as it was in. But really, really, really find yourself, because if you don't find yourself, who are you showing to somebody else? And who are you trying to get someone to like?
Yeah, ChatGPT over here.
That's right. That's right. Well, my advice for men or women or anybody is a little bit of everything y'all just said, but really take the time, go to therapy if you got it available, which, especially in a women's situation, most women, when they go through a marriage and like Medicaid's available, it's not that hard to get. Go seek that therapy, go talk to somebody. You're not alone. There's plenty of other people going through the same shit. Don't feel ashamed.
There are organizations out there, nonprofit organizations out there, kind of geared towards this to help support women and men too, but women who get out of these situations and don't know where to go. So the support is out there. The problem is having a hard time finding it. Yeah.
Well, I think the biggest problem, and this goes back to part of the piece of the nonprofit that I really want to focus on for women, is that so many women feel like after they're out of, I see women just jump around relationship to relationship, right? And a lot of them don't know how to be those independent women because they never had to. They've always been in something and they don't know what to do. And that's another piece of advice, is like, don't stay in a shitty situation.
Don't be afraid to be alone.
Exactly. Don't be in a shitty situation.
I was always a wife and mother, and I was afraid to be alone.
Right. And now
so,
look at you. You got your own little place and you're thriving, doing your thing, right? So don't be afraid to just walk away from the whole fucking thing and burn that bitch down and start over.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because if not, you're just going to be miserable. But anyway, we can go on forever.
Thank you for joining us at Dating Detours. Stay tuned for our next guest.
Yeah. Thank you, Heidi, for coming and talking with us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Yeah, this was fun.
Thanks for listening to Dating Detours.
If this episode hit home, follow the show and drop us a quick review. It really helps us grow.
And if you've got a dating story of your own, we want to hear it.
Hit the link in our show notes, be a guest, and keep navigating the chaos out there.
Keep dating, keep learning, and don't be afraid to take the detour.